Good day to you all. My name is Minerva Perez. Welcome to Sabor con OLA. This is a blend of languages, flavors, stories, a recipe for community. We're here with Jessica Tovar and Yubal Márquez Fleites. Jessica, what is Sabor con OLA?
Sabor con Ola es una combinación de idiomas, sabores e historias, una receta para la comunidad. Y aquí tenemos a nuestro invitado, Yubal Márquez Fleites. ¿Cómo estás?
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Minerva. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. And today we're going to share a recipe that I learned to make back home.
Mm-hmm.
And it has...
Where's back home?
Oh, so originally my family is from Cuba. Okay. So, you know, in Cuba, we love, nos encanta el mango. Así que, and it's funny because a quick story on how this recipe came to be. My mother actually brought a seed of a mango tree from Cuba when she was pregnant with me when she left the country.
Oh my God.
And she hid that seed, and that's planted in my home. So that mango tree, which was the first mango that I used to make this recipe, is the same age as I am. So that tree is still
That is
going
beautiful.
strong.
I love that.
You had that in your pocket.
In
That
your
was
pocket.
a secret.
Pero ahora, por favor, porque this is a great story. Can you share a little bit of that in Spanish? We want to make sure that everyone gets this story.
Ya, seguro que sí. Pues esta receta fue inspirada primordialmente porque mi madre, cuando salimos de Cuba, de nuestro país, ella se trajo una semilla de un árbol de mango en Cuba que se llama mango Toledo, que es un mango pequeño que no crece y es muy dulce. Y entonces, al sacar esa semilla de ella, la plantó acá en nuestro hogar, y esa semilla tiene mi misma edad. Y la primera...
O sea, es un arbolito bebé.
Exactamente. Y la primera vez que hice esta receta, pues se hizo con la fruta, con el mango de ese árbol. Así que tiene, no solamente identifica parte de nuestro heritage, ¿no? De nuestra herencia en términos de comida, pero también tiene ese valor sentimental. And I cook it for people that I love.
Qué hermoso.
So, yeah.
So that being said, hoy estamos preparando un mango chicken con Yuca Mash.
Con majado de yuca,
Con
correcto. With
majado
yuca
de
mash.
yuca. Okay.
And what is yuca? I'm playing the role.
Cassava.
I know what yuca is,
Yeah,
but
sure,
let's
cassava.
explain. So it's like a potato.
Cassava. It's
Cassava.
a root plant.
vegetable.
It's a root
root
plant,
vegetable.
correct.
Okay.
So it's in English it's cassava.
Cassava.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
And
Yeah.
so, tell me, ¿qué le echamos al pollo aquí?
Okay, so basically the ingredients are very basic. You know, you can add and make it your own if you like to. But basically, you have a nice piece of chicken breast, and ideally, you know, you can season it, which we already had it pre-seasoned with salt and pepper,
Okay.
paprika, cumin. Le puedes echar un poquito de adobo. You can do a nice adobo on it, and you put some lime juice in it or some orange juice in it. And ideally, you could season it and then leave it overnight, or you know, 1 hour to marinate it,
Okay.
and then it just absorbs all
The
those
flavors.
flavors, and then from that it just goes straight to the skillet.
Okay.
The other ingredient, of course, we have the yuca or the cassava. You can get fresh yuca, or if you would like to, and then you just peel it. Here we are already boiling it, so it's already
Can
kind
you
of
see
like
what that looks like?
pre-made, and it's ready to be matched. So usually once you peel it, you can cut it.
Okay.
You add it to a pot. You can do a little chicken stock if you like, or vegetarian stock, depending on how you like to make it. And then when it boils and it comes to a softer type of temperature, then, which we will demonstrate,
Tender, sí.
then we do the mash.
Okay.
Dale, ok. Y entonces, pero un ingrediente muy especial en esta receta es el mango, ¿no? Entonces, preparamos una salsa de mango para ir con el pollo, ¿verdad?
Claro que sí.
¿Quieres explicar brevemente cómo se preparó la salsa de mango?
Of course. So la salsa de mango, the mango sauce, what we usually do is like pick your fresh mangoes, ideally, you know, when they're in season. You can slice them or chop them, and then in a food processor or any kitchen equipment that helps you to make that sauce, you know, you can add a little bit of honey, you can add a little bit of cinnamon, you can have salt, you can add pepper, you can make it your own, but those are the basic ones.
That sounds good.
Because as you are cooking, you're tasting, so it kind of like balances the sweetness, a little bit of the tart, but also gives you a little bit of that, Latino seasoning flavor in it.
Yeah.
So it's not just
Y,
too sweet.
y nunca hubiera pensado en combinar canela tampoco.
Canela.
Claro que sí,
Canela,
yeah.
nutmeg. Entonces, aquí tenemos ya un pollo listo, pero vamos a cocinar ya el pollo. Tú nos vas a explicar porque le vas a echar la salsa del mango al pollo, ¿verdad?
Correcto. So first, one of the things that we can definitely do is, the pork, please.
Sí, dale.
Gracias. Is that we have your fresh chicken breast, and don't be shy with this. Like, definitely you can bathe them, massage them in with as much mango sauce as you like, because once that,
I hope we're picking that up on that above camera.
¿Quieres
yeah,
ponerlo rápido?
let me,
Yeah, I would love everyone to see just how much he's not holding
Yeah.
back.
You can definitely smother that in on both sides.
Uh-huh.
I'll help you flip it.
There you go.
And again, this was already pre-seasoned. It was already marinating with all the spices.
Correcto.
And now we're just adding the sauce.
Exactamente.
Y vamos a reservar un poquito de la salsa para ya el
For
toque
the
final.
garlic, claro. Entonces guarda un poquito y esta salsa la pueden guardar en la nevera, no se les va a dañar. Y después si quieren hacer una un poco aparte, in fact para otros tipos de comidas, inclusive en el helado,
Yeah.
it tastes great on ice cream.
Oh,
So, yeah,
I love that.
definitely
Nice.
you want to try that. So while we have the chicken cooking, we're gonna start a little bit with the mash,
The mash.
which is basically just taking a few pieces of cassava that had already been, boiled,
Okay.
and they're like tender.
Uh-huh.
Ideally, if for you guys watching at home, if you have a pilon, which is utensil that we usually have
Okay.
in our homes to make mofongo. So this is kind of like a version. It's funny how you can play with the different root plants that we have,
Uh-huh.
because we have a lot of different fruit plants, and then this comes inspired kind of like all these mashes with this Latin fruit plants. They come inspired from the mofongo, which we make with plantain. But
Plátano
then
verde,
you
sí.
can pretty much make your own mash and substitute either with yuca, which is cassava, or ñame, which is another root plant. So you can get creative with it, and you can also have different variations on it. Like if you want to make the veggie version, which is just do straight up the root plant, or a lot of the more traditional versions, people add bacon bits or add something to make it crunchy. And then you have garlic, this really something that, you can follow the recipe, but at the same time, you can make it your own. Because one thing that honestly, the way that I was brought up cooking by my mom and my grandma, we never used the recipe.
Okay.
It was just with touch and feel. And Felipe,
Sí, te quiero interrumpir también
yeah, go ahead.
porque
There you go.
es importante notar de que la yuca tiene como una venita y
Correcto.
lo quitaste. Entonces esta es
Correcto.
como
So
la
that
venita,
as you are mashing and bullet, you
like the
Correct.
vein. You're gonna take off the
correct.
vein of the
You take it
yuca
off, yeah.
because you don't want to bite into it. It's not fun.
And then you have a little mash like so.
¿Y aquí qué le echaste?
Well, here you have the yuca, the cassava, you have the salt, the pepper, you have, in this case, we use chicken broth, and then it's just veggie simple. But again, like I mentioned, if you want to add
Yeah.
bacon bits or
Make it your
something
own.
crunchy to it, you can make it your own on that one.
No garlic.
The garlic, we use it for the chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
what,
then
what,
for
what do
this,
we
you
do
can,
now?
again, you can add your own. If it's really well cooked, cassava has a starchy, very nice flavor. So it depends on the intensity that you want to have
Okay.
in the mash.
And it's like creamy too.
It's
like
very
a little
creamy and
creamy.
it's all, yes, correct.
It's a little creamy.
So it all
And
depends
very
on.
starchy.
Exactly.
Very
So it depends on the consistency that you want to give it. Some people like it more like softer. Some people like it a little bit more harder. So that's gonna depend as you are cooking the cassava. You can check on the consistency and the temperature of it, and then you do it to taste.
¿Y quién te enseñó esta receta?
Well, actually, my mom cooked something different with the chicken, but I added the mango
You
sauce.
love
So,
the mango. Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
one of the things that we used to have restaurants back home,
Okay.
and the last restaurant that we had, we wanted to combine the traditional generational flavors with some of the newer, touch. So it was basically my grandma in the kitchen, my mom behind the counter, and me while I was going to grad school,
Wow.
tending the
Okay.
tables and going to grad school at
Yeah.
night. So what we did is we designed the menu with
Uh-huh.
some of the proteins that are very autochthonous to the Cuban culture, like pork, pollo, a nice piece of
Chicharrón, sí.
steak. And then when I designed the menu, I love cooking with fruit sauces.
Uh-huh.
So we would make guava sauce, mango sauce, tamarind
Okay.
sauce, acerola, which is Caribbean cherry. So
Okay.
I created those recipes for the sauces and then combined them with the traditional flavors that my mom and my grandma.
So you're no
Okay.
stranger to the kitchen.
Stranger
No,
to the
no, I
kitchen
love to cook.
or the restaurant. And and if we have a moment, I mean, what happens next? I don't want to slow down the cooking
Yeah.
process, but I wanted to ask a couple more questions about
Yeah.
Yuval. So the other ways that we know you, number one in our community is that you own and run your own art gallery in Southampton Village, and the name of that is?
That's correct. So that's YMF, Contemporary and Fine Art. So Yubal Márquez Fleites, Contemporary and Fine Art. And we are right on Joe's Lane, in the middle of Joe's Lane, at 50 Joe's Lane. So if
Okay.
you want to come by, more than
An
welcome.
amazing
we
art.
can talk art and food.
Art and food,
Art and
and he
food.
represents some wonderful artists there that you're really people that you want to see and you want to learn about. And on top of that, you're also a trained lawyer.
Yes, I actually, one of my academical caveats with that, yeah, I actually went to law school and which also has been very helpful in everything that we have done.
Sure.
Look at that, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I'm a veteran too. So.
And you're a veteran as well, yeah.
Un poquito
No,
de
I'm forgetting
todo, un
something.
poquito de todo.
Yeah.
See, yes, and it's wonderful to have you involved. I mean, he's also been very supportive of OLA, and then
Of
we were
course.
learning about all the cooking and all the, and all the experience. So we were so happy that you're a guest with us today.
Definitely.
So what happens next?
All right, so now, well, basically we have, let me check out the pollito. So we have a chicken. So see, you have your chicken is nice, cooked, and golden. It has a little nice flavor. So we're gonna turn this off. We have our mash ready. So now we're gonna do a little plating,
This is my favorite
which-
part.
which basically
Sit here and
is.
eat.
Vamos a hacerlo de acá. So we're gonna. Let me do that.
What do we have here? What is this? Oh,
Those are
that's
some
scallions?
scallions for garnish. Oh, pero
Exacto.
explica
Ay,
lo que
la mariquita.
acabaste de hacer.
All right. Oh, so.
Eso es muy importante.
Very important. So it depends on how you. So when you take the mash, you can find in your home either a cup or a semi-solid plastic cup. Ideally, you can coat it a little bit with either olive oil or butter or coconut oil, depending on what you like. And then you put a little bit of the yuca in it. You press it real nice, and then you flip it, boom,
You
and
get
then
that.
it comes
Okay.
out as a nice little tower.
Así como habías dicho, muy parecido a un mofongo.
Exactamente, exactly. And then what we do, these are the traditional, this is you can get more Cuban than this actually. These are mariquitas. So mariquitas are plantain chips. Usually you would have them cut in round, but for this, for the garnishing,
Yeah.
I like to cook it like that because then you can do
Oh, fancy. We're getting
Like,
fancy here.
like a little.
I love it.
Por acá, and then you do like that. And you pick your own, and you can get, playful with it.
Uh-huh.
And then, right, we can
Okay.
get here. We go
Listo.
to our pollito,
Poquito.
and then we put the pollo right there.
This is perfect timing too, because I'm seeing that this will, pretty much from start to finish, this looks like it's definitely under 20 minutes or something.
100%.
Oh yeah, you can do
Not
this
a lot
in
of prep.
20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
This is actually something that, once you learn to master it and whatnot,
This one.
That one, yeah.
you can,
Jessica.
sorry, yes, very important. This is not the marinade one, but the other one. So this is something that you can cook for your husband, for your wife, for your kids. It has a little, a very, 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 very nice flavor to it. It's healthy, which is one of the most important things. And then you can definitely, enjoy it as a family recipe. You can enjoy it like by teaching your kids on it. And it's really good. It's really delicious. And honestly, it will be ready in 20, 25 minutes. So it's a nice.
Do you want to add any of this to
Yeah,
it or
you
no?
wanna add any of
I'm gonna-
the cilantrico?
I'm gonna pass that over to you.
And if you want to get a little bit more creative, you can do garnish it with
Yeah,
a little bit of,
greens.
cilantro, and then you can do a little bit of more cubes
Mango,
on that.
la cebollita.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at that. Okay, but now the challenge is that you have to make one just like this for Minerva and for
Oh, yeah, that's not a problem.
Qué lindo, qué hermoso.
That's
Tú me has
beautiful.
contado algo, no sé si sea apropiado o no,
Sure.
pero que habías conquistado a alguien con una receta.
Oh,
¿Puedes
so
hacer
yeah,
esta?
so yes, so like cooking, cocinar es una de mis pasiones, ¿no?
Mhm.
So, entonces para mí, una de mis novias le encantaba un restaurante que se llamaba El Bulli, que es de un gran chef que se llama Ferran Adria.
Okay.
Ferran Adria es un chef de 3 estrellas Michelin y su restaurante El Bulli fue considerado uno de los mejores restaurantes en todo el mundo.
Okay.
Entonces yo emulé
Ajá.
añadiendo
Mhm.
este plato a
No.
uno de sus cursos y le cociné una cena de 5 cursos que incluyó este plato, pero que también emuló un tasting dinner, ¿no? Un
Yeah.
tasting menu, un menú de degustación que Ferran tenía en el
Okay.
restaurante.
Christian, if you're watching, take notes, please. I would love a whole tasting, like a 5-course meal, please.
Yeah.
So Jessica's putting in a plug for like upcoming birthday and Christmas, or just any date night. Can we
Anything.
get some plates? Because I need to taste this.
And you can call me if you need to cook for the wife or you can cook me. We can prepare everything,
Yeah,
and then
there
you
you
can say,
go.
"Hey, honey, look what I did."
Go to the gallery and meet with Yubal directly.
Come meet Yubal, hire him so he can come make our dinner and sit down with us. Okay, so I
Yes.
guess you can get the.
Well, you'll just
The
cut it.
beautiful
You
one?
cut it up. No, I'll share. I want to get to
Oh,
taste
you
it.
share.
No,
I don't
you
want.
can make
I don't
another
want to share
plate.
though.
You don't want to share.
I don't
Okay.
want to share one.
Then I will. I want to. Okay. Yes.
I'll play mine.
Thank you so much. And is there an extra fork anywhere? Okay.
Yes.
This is my favorite part. Look at
Yo-
this. And we've got a lot of time to eat and talk about how yummy it tastes.
Yo voy a hacer el intento de hacer el mío. Bueno, de preparar el mío.
Thank you. Wow. I'm really excited. And mango is my favorite fruit as well.
Fruit?
Mhm.
Oh, not so bad.
Oh, there you go.
Not so bad. ¿Te preparo el tuyo?
Oh my gosh, I love
rico.
that. I'll just have the mango first. I'm sorry, the chicken first. Absolutely delicious.
I'm gonna put his teaching skills
Mm-hmm.
to the test,
And the yuca.
and I'm
Wow.
gonna make my.
It's closer.
I'm gonna plate yours. I don't know if it's gonna come out as nice as yours, but you can try.
Are you sure no one wants to have a half of mine?
So how did you get into art?
I think it was since I was about 8 years old. I've always been passionate about art.
But you are also an artist, not just a gallery owner. You're an artist
correct.
yourself.
Yes, so I actually do photography, which I'm working on a series. Finally,
Mhm.
it's almost done. I've been working on it for the last 4 years. It's about the East End and the communities and the different communities that we have and
Okay.
different areas that I've encountered and moments that I've encountered with
Mhm.
that generate, a little bit of a moment and a memory of it. So that's I'm working on that. But since I was very young, I would say 8, 9 years old, I always liked art.
Really?
And I think it took me through the different journeys in life, even though I did multiple and different things.
Uh-huh.
But now, todo pasa por una razón. Everything happens for a reason.
Mhm.
So it just, when I moved to New York, it just reconnected and then just guided me through
Wow.
that process, and here we are.
That's not an easy process. You're running a gallery in one of the most, the highest, I don't know, wealth zip codes across the U.S. is Southampton Village, and you're making it work, and that's kind of just
Yeah.
wonderful.
It's
And
been
you're
a
also the
blessing.
first Latino to have a gallery
That is
on Main
true.
Street in Southampton Village.
That is correct.
Here, here,
And it
Tia.
has
Yeah.
been a challenge. It definitely has been
Sure
a
it has.
blessing. And now this year it came together with a creative partner that I have, Oscar Molina, which is also a part of our community, and he's been here for a while.
Mhm.
But I think we've been very blessed to have the opportunity to not only be a part of the community, but represent our roots, represent our heritage.
And you do it well.
From
Fantastic.
food to art to everything that we do, we want to keep that at the forefront always.
Thank
And
you.
I'm looking forward to working with you this summer also because we're going to be doing a special workshop with young
With the kids
teens.
in summer.
We're going to be doing a special photography workshop too. So I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to it, and the community can get in on all of your skills, so that way you don't hold back on us.
Definitely.
Yeah. It was so
It-
good.
it will be
Teach
my pleasure.
everyone.
Mm.
Teach everyone. Ay, espera, yo estoy
I
mirando.
feel
a
bad.
ver.
I'm eating all this. I'm scarfing it down. You haven't started.
Did
Margarita,
I?
there you go.
Yeah, these are great. And you made these too? You got those.
No,
To be
they're
honest.
homemade.
Mhm. They are homemade.
They're
You-
homemade.
homemade.
All right. Wow.
You can't buy this like this.
No.
We can get the mariquita like
But
the
these are not
chips,
so
but not the
dry.
elongated ones. Yeah.
These are delicious. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. How did I
All
do
right.
with my presentation? Do you approve?
Vamos a probar.
Let's see. Vamos a ver. Vamos a
Vamos a
mostrar
probar.
That looks pretty.
my plating. A mini version. You approve?
All
Okay, a fork for you.
right.
Gracias.
All right. We got
For
a few. We got a few more minutes to chat too. So Jessica, because this show, what's exciting about this show is that it can be seen anytime. So who knows when someone's watching this right now? It could be today. It could be in a month from now, a year from now. This never goes out of style. This doesn't have to have a certain season, except for try to get fresh mangoes. If
But you can get it.
Right, you can get it. And if you have to, you can do other things. You can get them
Wait.
frozen.
Está rico.
This is delicious.
Okay.
This is
I love
really
like
good.
the very, very slight hint of cinnamon.
Me too.
It's like very mild, but you pick it up
In the mango sauce.
when the
And
mango
it-
sauce.
And that's why I tell people, don't be afraid. That's when I started to do fruit sauces. People were looking at me and like, salmon with tamarind sauce? Are you nuts? And I cooked shrimp
Mhm.
with Caribbean cherry, which in
Mhm.
Puerto Rico they call acerola,
I don't think
which
I've ever
is
had
it's like the regular American cherry, but it's
Mhm.
tart.
that. Okay.
But then it balances. So I found that even though fruits tend to go on the sweeter side,
Mhm.
but then you can add certain things that highlight like that, like cinnamon,
Like
the nutmeg.
savory.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then you can combine both the fruit with a spice that's on the other spectrum. And the important thing is to balance the flavor and that they don't overpower each other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I said, from that you can keep evolving into doing your favorite recipes. Emulating this one, you can use other fruits, and then and create your own.
Igual,
Yeah,
lo
okay.
que has dicho, nosotros los latinos usamos mucho dulce, o sea,
Ujú.
combinamos mucho el dulce con el sal. Bueno, yo sé
Correcto.
que los colombianos, a todo le echan dulce, a los perros calientes, la salsa de
Really?
piña, las
Correcto.
hamburguesas, you name it, we put like sweet sauces on absolutely everything. It's that
Okay.
combination of sweet and savory.
Mhm.
But I mean, I think that they take it a little bit extreme.
Yeah.
The Colombians take it a little extreme. I'm not the biggest fan of it on absolutely everything. But it's very Latino of us
Sí, no,
like, to
definitely.
have that
blend
combination.
it. Let's
To
not
blend
blend.
both of them, yeah.
It's a blend of
Flavors.
and languages and stories,
Stories.
which is a recipe for
Perfect
community.
fit. Perfect
We are
fit.
so happy to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. We are gonna say goodbye to everyone. Goodbye to anyone watching. Please try this recipe out. Go visit Yubal at his gallery on Main Street. On Main Street or
On Joe's Lane.
Job's Lane.
Job's
Lane in Southampton Village. And
And stay tuned for our little workshop that we'll be putting together.
Yeah, definitely.
wonderful. Thank
No,
you so
but-
much.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you, Jessica. Thank you, Minerva. Thank you to Ola. Thank you to all of you guys that are tuning in. And maybe we can do this again sometime
Yeah.
soon.
Te tengo un regalito antes de
Ay, de
Wait,
verdad.
wait, Jessica has one more little thing here.
Yeah, little-
Keep the cameras
for-
rolling,
for
please.
our guests.
Oh,
we have
yes,
a little
let's
like
see.
Ola
¡Oh,
wooden
qué
spoon.
cool! I'm gonna have this engraved con el nombre y todo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I can have it in my
Thank you.
kitchen.
Thank you for being our guest.
Perfect. Seguro que sí. Gracias.
Aw.
And thank you, Minerva. Thank you so much.